Get stuff up and running here. All right, everything's connected. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Grantsburg, Wisconsin. My name is Bob Rombach, and it is time for some Friday Night Lights. They are on, even if you can't see them right now, as the St. Croix Falls Saints from the Heart of North Conference come in to Grantsburg from the Lakeland Conference. A non-conference matchup here between two old rivals up and down 87, Highway 87. These two teams have a long and storied history playing one another, and that will continue here tonight. Nick Rombach by my side on the camera as usual, and as you can see, it is Military Appreciation Night tonight, and we'll have some special things tonight to look at. About 5.5 minutes before we get things started, Grantsburg and St. Croix Falls. St. Croix Falls, white jerseys, white pants with blue trim, and really nice helmets. They've got the big fleur-de-lis on the side of their helmet. And really good team this year. It seems like they lost a lot of veterans from last year to graduation. Only two or three returning starters or varsity players from last year's, like guys with lots of playing time. And one of those guys is Bachman, number 55. He's the only returning lineman, and he's moving from guard to center. He's a big fella there, big number 55. Good drive on that last rep. And he's a junior. He started as a freshman, and it sounds like he is going to be a heavily recruited fella. Speaking of that, Dylan Christie, number 73, is said to be going to University of Minnesota Duluth to play some football after this, number 77. So we'll keep an eye on couple of those guys, those big guys in the middle. For Grantsburg, a really well-balanced team. They can run, they can pass, and they play really good defense. They were victors over Amory last week, 34-20. I should mention that St. Croix is 0-1. They lost a close one to Unity in their opener, 12-8. Grantsburg beating Amory here last week, 34-20. And no, giant numbers as far as on the ground, through the air, but a nice team effort, and their defense was stellar as well. Kind of wore down at the end of the game. We'll see how the St. Croix Falls Saints choose to attack here tonight. Brock Matheny, the sophomore, is under center, and normally he wears number 9, but they're wearing black jerseys here tonight, a special occasion. They'll be wearing their black jerseys and black pants with purple trim, and see if that brings them good luck and good fortune here tonight. The pep band is making their debut performance in 2023-24 school season. Can we, all right, pretty good. Not a lot of people here, but they're proud. Deep down the right side to Michael into the end zone, dropped. Okay, he's getting that out of the way. Grantsburg fans. All right, would love to chat with you. We'll be playing the initials game at halftime. And if you've been around for any time here on We Are Grantsburg, you know what the initials game is. But for those who don't know, I say initials. So for tonight's game, it's DD. DD for tonight's game. So every card every answer is DD. So I'll give you 6 clues. First one to chime in with the correct answer wins. And there are some people who take this game very seriously, so you better be on your P's and Q's here tonight at halftime. But I'd love to hear where you're watching from tonight. Love to see a shout out to our military. So I'd love to see if you're watching and part of the military or were part of the military, if you would let us know in the comments section so we can say thank you. As the color guard it gets set to come out. Just a couple minutes left to go before the festivities begin. Grantsburg already lining up for the national anthem. The school song will be played first. And we'll let you take a listen to that as we get things going.
Our thanks to Mr. Jesse Frozine and the Grantsburg Pep Band. Tonight is Military Appreciation Night at our game. Grantsburg's Legion Post 185 is here presenting the color guard. We want to show our gratitude and respect to all servicemen and servicewomen who have given their years, their sweat, and in some cases, their lives to the various branches of the United States military. Thanks to all current military personnel and to all veterans. As we stand and face the flag, Greta White and Cadence Irvine will sing the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thanks, Kaden and Greta. Thank you very much. We're glad to have you at week 2 of the 2023 season as the Grantsburg Pirates are pleased to welcome the St. Croix Falls Saints. St. Croix Falls represents the heart of the North Conference. As we look to the north end zone, we will introduce the entire St. Croix Falls Saints team. St. Croix Falls has a projected enrollment of 345 students. Now we turn our gaze to the south end zone as we introduce the entire Grantsburg Pirate football team. Grantsburg has a projected enrollment of 255. Bob Olson spent many years in Grantsburg coaching many sports. This gridiron is named in his honor, and we welcome you to R.W. Olson Field. Remember, Grantsburg, St. Croix Falls, and the WIAA expect good sportsmanship by tonight's fans. It's important to keep your comments positive and in good taste. Thank you.
All right, the fanfare is over. Thank you to the color guard and everybody participating in that. That was special. That was nice. Grantsburg won the toss and deferred, so they will be kicking off to St. Croix Falls. They'll be kicking from left to right.
Grantsburg won the toss. They deferred to the second half. St. Croix Falls will receive from the south end zone.
And there you go. We're on the same page, Pete. So here we go. Grantsburg kicked off against Amory to start the game and caused a fumble. Rombach jabbed the ball away from Coy Hopke, and Grantsburg fell on it at around the 35-ish yard line and scored shortly thereafter. Good start to the game for them. And the game ball winner from that night was Alex McCormick, the kicker from the Pirates. Really good kickoffs. Had two touchbacks, had 10 points on the night, 2 field goals, and 4 extra points. And he will be kicking off here toward the south, and that is with the wind. He is ready, and so are we. Grantsburg and St. Croix Falls, and here we go. A line drive kick. It's going to bounce at about the 10 and pass the deep guy into the end zone. Another touchback for Alex McCormick, and the St. Croix Falls Saints will be starting at the 20-yard line, and their quarterback, Jaden Adams, who did not play in the opener against Unity, will be at the helm here for the Saints. Take some time right now just to say thank you to Chris Folkstead and crew, Tara down there as well, who are so instrumental to We Are SCF. Chris, of course, does all the play-by-play, basically all the play-by-play. He's had some help along the way. Kate Anderson, who just I saw went to college. Tara Rose, the athletic director, has been so supportive and awesome. So thank you to those two for sure. So here we go, and that is offsides on Grantsburg. St. Croix comes out with a little tricky movement on the line and gets a free 5.
First down 5 for the Saints.
So that's a neat play. So basically they lined up, and everybody with one motion stood up, moved to the right, and that's Coach Belil using the rule book to his advantage. And now they're going to huddle up. So we saw something like that in the JV game where on the punt they all kind of got in their stance, and then everybody jerked up at the same time, didn't snap the ball and caused everybody to, and they do it again. You can see what they're doing now. Grantsburg doesn't fall for it this time. Everybody beware then, that's Metter on the carry. He had a nice game, 137 yards on the ground against Unity, and there's a first down, a gain of 7 on 1st and 5.
Saints.
So that will work the first few games, those little trick plays there. Here's a little pitch out to Metter. Grantsburg trying to string it out, and they miss a tackle. And another missed tackle, and finally brought down at about the 46-yard line. Initially looked like Gavin Rosso was going to be able to tackle him kind of for a loss, so they broke free of that, and another one, and St. Croix Falls all of a sudden in Grantsburg territory at the 45-yard line. I see Henry Quintana out there as a starting linebacker for Grantsburg, just a sophomore making his first varsity start. And they move over again. And here's a handoff, little counter action, good hole, and he's free. And Marcus Michael will throw him down at the 2-yard line, but there's a lot of good blocking there from the front 5 of the St. Croix Falls Saints, and Grantsburg needs to wake up right now. So far, the worst play from St. Croix is that 5-yard penalty. So last week, Grantsburg was up to the task to Coy Hopke. This week doesn't look so much, and that'll be a handoff up the middle. That one stopped with the fullback. Sneak. Is that?
Stopped by Zach Carlson. 2nd down goal.
Steak. 2nd and goal. Adams coming in and out, getting the play. Jaden Adams didn't play last week, but he played a lot last year when Belil got hurt and couldn't play. So he's got a lot of experience. Lots of people in the backfield, and they're going to toss it to Metter. Metter is met and near the goal line, but just short. And that's Norman Jensen making the sure tackle for the Pirates. And it brings up 3rd and a whisker. Now 3rd and goal from about the 1. He got him a little bit earlier than I thought. 3rd and goal from the 1. St. Croix with some big plays, some missed tackles to be sure, but Metter with some nice runs, although he's going to check out on this play. That's going to be Peyton Steffen, the tailback for St. Croix, and it's going to be a sneak, and no problem for Adams. He's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Across for a Saints touchdown.
Well, that didn't take too long, and St. Croix Falls goes 80 yards, lickety split, and it's 6-0 Saints. They only scored 8 points against Unity, already well on pace here tonight. Going for 2. See, that's Jared DeSmith finding his spot. He's a good receiver. They're going to go to him, a little loft into the corner, and it's incomplete. Broken up nicely by Grantsburg, and that was Dane Lozier on the coverage. So 6-0 here for the Saints. They score on their opening drive. We'll see what Grantsburg has when we come right back. Say thank you to Northwood Tech. Well, an interesting scenario here for Grantsburg. They just got punched right in the nose out of the gate by St. Croix Falls. They came on strong. It's the first time they've really been hit this year. They had a 34-6 lead over Amory, and before Amory scored a couple. Grantsburg looks like they've got the hands team in up front, expecting some chicanery here from St. Croix Falls. We'll see if they do. They kind of do. They angle the ball, and it bounces at the 15. It will be picked up by the deep guy. And off the left side, I think that's Berkman. Berkman's got a little bit of room along the left sideline, and he's got a nice starting field position here for Grantsburg out to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pirates in their first possession of the game.
Tackle by Marks. Pirates will begin on their own 38-yard line.
So the sophomore will head out to lead them. Brock Matheny, normally number 9 with these black jerseys. He's one of a handful of guys who's wearing a different number here tonight. He's number 6 Grantsburg comes out with their four wide receivers and a tailback. That's Gavin Rosso, and they send Johnson in motion. They give it to Gavin. Gavin up the middle. He's got some room. He's giving a stiff arm. Metter brings him down even though his helmet came off. Wow, what a run. And what a play by Metter to hang on.
First down.
Take another look at this play. Right up the gut. Stiff arm takes the helmet off, but Metter does not relinquish. What a football play that was by both sides. And Grantsburg answers with a little counter of their own. Two men in the backfield now. It's Berkman and it's Rosso. Rombach split to the left, two guys to the right. That's Johnson and Michael. And it'll be another handoff. This time it's going to go to Berkman. Berkman stuffed in the middle. Gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
Tackled by Marco Petherbridge. 2nd down, 7.
You heard the name Marco, a very well-known name in St. Croix land. I think it was Griffin Marco on the tackle. 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 maybe for the Pirates. Receivers are all bunched. And this is going to be Berkman again. He stops and he is corralled. Nothing doing on that play. A loss of what he gained on the first down play.
3rd down, 9.
So a great first hit from Grantsburg, but then St. Croix Falls bows up, knocks Grantsburg back on 2nd down. Rombach split right, Johnson split left. I formation. Johnson's going to come back tighter and get on the line of scrimmage. I formation for Grantsburg. And this is going to be a play action, throw back. He's wide open. Can he catch it? Oh, he sailed it over his head. Berkman had nothing but daylight, but a pass just too far for Berkman. He was wide open on that one. That one should stay in the playbook for the Pirates, but it's 4th down from the 30-yard line. 4th and 10 for the Pirates. Kind of in no man's land. This would be a 47-yard field goal for the young Alex McCormick, and maybe he's made them in practice, but Grantsburg electing to go for it here. Trips to the left. Grantsburg has Rombach to the right. It's one-on-one. He's looking Rombach's way. He's going to throw it up to Rombach in the end zone. Zach, and there's going to be a flag and a 1st down.
Flag on the play.
Grantsburg liked that one-on-one with the 6'5" guy who could jump out of the gym, Zach Rombach. It was a little bit underthrown, but he was definitely interfered with. That's going to be a 1st down, 15-yard penalty. It should be 1st and 10 for Grantsburg at the 15-yard line.
A 15-yard penalty will be assessed.
So Zach had a nice game last week on defense. He was only throwing it one time. He caught it for 5 yards, but on defense he knocked the opening kickoff for a fumble, had an interception, had 6 tackles, chased a guy down to save a touchdown, and here's going to be a little counter, and Rosso looking for some room. He's going to be tackled. Look at him go. First guy to him was Marco again. He was not going to let go, and it took a while for the rest of the white jerseys to get to him. And then when they did, Gavin pushed the pile forward and got a gain of 4 yards. It's 2nd and 6 from the 11-yard line. Back to pass. They're going to swing it out, and another incompletion.
Pass intended for Berkman falls incomplete. 3rd down.
I could see that Matheny wanted Berkman to go up the field a little bit more, and Berkman said something back to him like there might have been a defender there. So some miscommunication here in the 2nd game of the year. And we'll see what happens now. Rombach again one-on-one over on the left side with Willem Hafler. He'll back off. Back to pass. Matheny. And he's going to go over the middle. And it is called incomplete. Oh, is it caught or no? Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Berkman.
Called incomplete.
It's a 3rd try to Berkman, and it's just not been connecting. That one was right on the money that time, and now Grantsburg will settle for a field goal attempt. That one looked right in the midst there and then knocked away. I didn't see who knocked it away. So this will be Norman Jensen on the hold, or excuse me, on the snap. Trenton Johnson on the hold, and Alex McCormick. This will be a 26-yard attempt. And the kick is up, and it is, come on, no good.
Field goal attempt, wide right.
Wide
St. Paul takes the
right.
rundowns.
So Grantsburg comes up empty after a big first run by Rosso. A pass interference penalty got him to the 15, but 3 incompletions, and the Pirates couldn't get the ball any farther and come up empty on a missed field goal. McCormick's first miss of the year. St. Croix is going to take some time over on the sideline, it looks like. First and 10 Saints, and they're going to do that old shift, try to steal 5. It's a little counter, and Norman is there first,
The ball carrier.
and then a couple others,
Picked up
Berkman
by Jensen.
and
Second down,
Lozier
6.
in on the tackle. Second and 6, a 4-yard pickup from Metter. Really warm night here in Grantsburg. Quick snap, toss left, and hit hard. Metter gets hit, and that was Gavin Rosso taking Metter down, and I think there's a loss on the play or no gain on the play.
Third down,
3rd and 6, big smack by Rosso. He's looking to get his second consecutive big hit, or hit stick. No, big hit, I think is what they call it. And they're taking their time, getting the play in again. The back judge is counting him down. They could be getting a penalty. They are. That's a penalty, a delay of game on the Saints. They took a really, really long time, obviously. They got the delay of game. They subbed out a bunch of guys. So it'll be 3rd and 11 now. A chance for Grantsburg to get off the field, and a chance for Adams maybe to put the ball in the air here on 3rd and a long 10, maybe 11. Need to get to the 21-yard line. Ball, back of the ball is on the 10-yard line, left hash. Adams in the shotgun with Metter beside him. He takes a snap, he's throwing, nope, it's gonna be a little Statue of Liberty, and it's not gonna get enough for a first down. This should be a punting situation here for St. Croix Falls, and it looks like they are swapping some guys out. Just a little too deep to go for it here traditionally. And the Grantsburg punt return team comes in. Dane Lozier back to receive. So 4th and 3 here, on the 18-yard line. Grantsburg does not jump and nearly blocked. That's a short punt, and it'll bounce at the 40 and go sideways. St. Croix falls on it at the 42-yard line. Grantsburg in good shape here to start their second possession.
Pirates will take over
6-0. St. Croix Falls leads. They scored a touchdown on their opening drive. Really hot knife through butter, if you want to know the truth. That time Grantsburg gets them 3 and out. Pirates moved the ball on offense as well, sputtered and stopped at the 15-yard line, and the kick was wide right from Alex McCormick. So Pirates going to try again here from the 42-yard line. 3 wide receivers right, 2 left. It's Trenton Johnson as the quarterback. Man in motion, and they're going to call a timeout. What did they do? They called a timeout Saints. Well, maybe the Saints weren't ready for the 5 wide receiver look with Trenton in the backfield. So with this timeout, might as well use the graphics. We created, right? We're going to say thank you to another one of our sponsors, Physical. All right, welcome back to Grantsburg, everybody. We've got a close game here to begin in the first quarter. 4:25 left to go in it. 6-0. St. Croix falls on top. Their opening drive resulted in 6. Couldn't get that 2-point conversion. Grantsburg failed on their field goal attempt. Glad to have you with us here on Military Appreciation Night. I know my dad normally makes it to the games, but he's at home watching. I want to say hi to him. Thank you for your service, Dad, with the Marines. Was in Vietnam. Say hi to Mom, too. I'm sure she's watching as well. And here we go. 1st and 10, Grantsburg. Ball on the 42-yard line. It's going to be Trenton back in the shotgun with 2 guys on either side. 1 guy on either side of him. They try to get St. Croix to jump. Trenton spins out of one, and then he has to go down for a short gain. If anything, Hafler on the tackle. And it looks like Gavin Rosso may have gotten poked in the eye on that one. He's coming off squinting. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Pirates after that gain of 1. And it'll be Trenton Johnson again as the quarterback. Brock Matheny having a little bit of a tough time out of the gate here. Hasn't completed a pass on 4 attempts. One was an interference down near the goal line. This will be a pass. It's thrown backwards to the Lozier. Lozier looking for some blockers. And he's got some speed around the right side, and he is stopped at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of about 4, maybe 5. And it's going to bring up 3rd and
3rd down for the Pirates.
3rd and about 3. Long 3, short 4, whatever you want to say. Still, I think probably 4-down territory here again for Grantsburg. .335 left to go in the first quarter, and Brock is back as the quarterback, single coverage, and here goes Rosso. He might have the corner, and he does. He puts his head down, somersaults over Hafler, and he is down after a 1st down plus some. Gavin having a nice game on the ground. Gain of 10. He already has 46 yards on 3 carries, does the senior running back Rosso. 2 men split to the right, 1 to the left. That's Rombach on the left. It's Johnson and Michael to the right, Berkman and Rosso. In the backfield, Berkman this time. He's got a seam up the middle, spins, and he gets a nice gain on 1st down. Gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards on 1st down. And it'll be 2nd and
tackle there by
about 3.
2nd down, 3.
At the 15-yard line again. See if Grantsburg can get it past that 15-yard line. That's how far they got on their first drive. Johnson and Rombach split left. And Michael right. Handoff, Rosso. Rosso jump cut, and he's close to a 1st down. I think he's got enough.
Up the middle,
very close to a 1st down.
By Dylan Christie.
Might be 3rd and inches here for the Pirates coming up.
3rd and short for the Pirates.
3rd and less than a yard for Grantsburg. They've got some beefy guys up front. Wouldn't be too surprised to see a sneak here, or maybe they go for something here. They're going to hand it off to Rosso right up the gut, and he's got a 1st down inside the 10.
Rosso pounds forward for a Pirate. 1st down.
So the chain gang will get a break, except for the dial-a-down dude. I just made that up, Nick. No reaction from my brother. First and goal, just inside the 10, so they've got the maximum distance, basically, for this situation. Short side of the field has 2 receivers, so does the wide side. Man in motion is Berkman, and St. Croix's done a good job stuffing that play. Berkman does spin forward for about to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. That play didn't work. See if they go to the air here on second and long.
For the Pirates.
Second and long for the Pirates, and Jaden Brown's going to come into the game. That means Trenton Johnson is going to be the quarterback. So Trenton wears gloves to receive, and then he has to take it off his right hand at least to play quarterback. Now he's looking at the play. Rombach wide left. He's out by the numbers. 3 guys split right, and it's going to be a pass. It's a little screen. It's Jaden Brown inside to about the 5. A nifty-looking play there, but it's not an. Well, it does get about 4 yards, and it'll be third and goal from the 5. So we've seen Trenton and Brock kind of split time as the quarterback here tonight. And it looks like Trenton is going to stay in. So here we go. Shotgun for Trenton. He claps. He's going to roll right. He's got the option. A little jump pass. Caught. Touchdown, Jaden Brown!
Pass to Jaden Brown. Complete for a Pirate. Touchdown.
Take another look at that nifty play. Trenton sold the run, a little jump pass, and Brown behind the defense gets the touchdown, and the Pirates have tied the game up at 6. Right as time expires in the first quarter, here will be an extra point kicking with not nearly as much wind as there was to begin the game. Jensen snap, Johnson hold, kick by McCormick. That looks better, and it is good. And Grantsburg takes the lead here, 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. Let's take a moment to say thank you to another couple of our sponsors.
My philosophy for taking care of patients is pretty simple. First, I want to be kind to my patients. I want to be helpful to my colleagues, and I want to bring my skills and experience to some use and hopefully make somebody's life a little bit better. I'm Anders Euland. I'm a board-certified general surgeon here at Burnett Medical Center. I enjoy working in rural healthcare for one thing because I like being the rural country. I like seeing the stars at night, for instance. I also like working in rural healthcare because I'm needed here. In the city, there are a dozen general surgeons who are really good, and we're all competing for the same patients, and that just doesn't feel right to me. I want to go somewhere where I'm needed.
All right, welcome back to Grantsburg. Thanks to Nick for doing double duty tonight. He does the camera work and he does stats. He's got Gavin Rosso for 5 carries and 51 yards. Berkman 4 for 7. Trenton with 1 carry for 1 yard. Lozier and Brown each have catches. Lozier with 1 for 4 yards. Brown 2 for 14 and a touchdown. And Johnson is 3 for 3 for 14 yards. Metter has 89 yards on 7 carries. He did have that 48-yarder right after the 23-yarder to really set the tone early in the game. But Grantsburg has bowed up a little bit. Here's the kickoff, and they're going to pooch it just inside the 40, and one of the up guys has it. Whoa, he carried it like a bag of bread, and he's still going. Boy, that thing flung away from him. If anybody would have been there, that ball would have been an easy fumble. Instead, Joe Petherbridge gets a very nice return on that short kick from McCormick. Kicking a little bit into the wind now, but sometimes a little wind into you helps keep that ball in the air and your guys getting down there. Of course, Alex doesn't kick the ball super high. He kicks it far, but more line drivey, so I can see why they do that. They tried that a couple times last week against Amory. just a little 9-iron, tried to wedge that one close to the pin, went out of bounds a couple times. 3 running backs in, and it'll be a pass. Throwing to the left, and it's overthrown.
Adams' pass intended for Marco falls
Marco was the intended receiver, and Berkman had coverage. Was a tough pass, and it was over the head. First pass attempt. Was that the first pass attempt or second? Second pass attempt. So 0 for 2 is Adams. 2nd and 10. Good field position for St. Croix Falls, although I think the ref didn't do him any favors on the re-spot there. Looks like 10.5 from that spot. And a pitch out to Metter, and he is found and taken down by Rosso.
On the play by Rosso.
I would expect Gavin to take his first missed tackle personally. We saw him get a big hit earlier in the second drive from St. Croix Falls, and that time he was able to wrap him up for a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 7, but yeah, he missed the tackle that led to a 23-yard pickup, and then St. Croix capitalized on the momentum. So here we go, 3rd and 7. It's going to be a pitch out to Metter. Metter gets a nice block, turned back inside, and there's Berkman. He lost contain, and he took his shoe off.
Slips a couple of tackles, eventually
Metter lost his shoe on that. He gets enough for a first down. Wow. Are they going to say just shy of a first down? 4th and short. Or are they going to take a look? Yeah, they're going to stop the clock and take a look. Very close. To me, it looks like a first down from here. And they're going to call for a measurement.
Official measurement.
So, in a measurement here, Metter has had a pretty nice game. Strong runner, and we saw him on that tackle of Rosso, where Rosso gave him a stiff arm, ended up having his hat come off, and still made the tackle. As the officials get things set, hey, they did that pretty quickly. Stretches it out, and that is a first down by the nose of the football. Called it. See that, Nick? So first down, and that allowed Metter time to get his shoe back on. First and 10, St. Croix Falls trying to answer the Grantsburg touchdown. Grantsburg leads 7-6. St. Croix got that touchdown, but could not get the 2-point conversion. So Bachman there hustled to the line of scrimmage, the center. First and 10, Grantsburg drops back into coverage. Here's Norman chasing Metter. He's not going to be able to get there. Metter sidesteps, and he's got another first down on a nice run. That was Zach Rombach on the tackle. Angle that time by Jensen a little too steep. And this front 5, only returning 1 starter from last year, is doing a good job, especially sealing the end. Grantsburg not really consistent. There's another counter, and ooh, that was a hard hit, and it was friendly fire, and that could be trouble. I just saw 2 of Grantsburg guys. One was Brady Burton. He took the brunt of that one, and
Quimby both on that.
Quimby connected helmets, and I'd be a little bit wary here. I can hear that pop from up here, but Brady is back up. Keep an eye on him. He's sure the coaches are looking at it. So second in the long 4, maybe 5. It'll be play action. Adams keeps it. He's dancing around. He gets free. There's going to be a holding penalty to bring all this back. It was enough for a first down, but holding. And Brady Burton is on his knee. He needs to come out right now. Brady is going to be, he's got to be assessed for a concussion here. He goes down to a knee. Renee goes out there to escort him out, but yeah, he's...
Face mask to call against the Pirates.
Oh, okay, a face mask penalty. So that will be added to the end. A big penalty there. Actually, I think it didn't turn out to be as big of a penalty. With the end of the run, only a couple more yards So it was a spot foul. So St. Croix Falls now got punched a little bit. Actually, the last two drives from Grantsburg, they were able to move the ball. Now St. Croix Falls moving the ball on the Pirates. This is a good game here. 9:39 left to go in the first half. Metter again, and he gets by Jensen, past Jensen again, and a big hit by a few guys. That was Lozier, and then finished off by Johnson, and maybe a little Rombach thrown in there.
Second down,
But another
6.
nice run. Gain of about 5. There's the ball on the other side of inside the 10. They need to get just inside the 5. Second and manageable here for St. Croix Falls. Adams will give that counter, and down for a first down, not a touchdown, brought down by Rombach.
Brought down by Lozier.
And Lozier's, Lozier was the one who brought him down.
First and goal.
So first and goal, this is the second time St. Croix has been in this situation. Last time they got it in on a sneak from Adams. A little farther out here on this first down, and there's going to be a timeout and an equipment. No, what are we doing here?
Timeout called by the Pirates.
Grantsburg's going to call a timeout. They only had 10 guys out there, so we're going to take another break as St. Croix Falls knocking on the doorstep. We'll say thank you once again to Northwood Tech.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
All right, back at it. During the break, Caden Matheny checked in. Also, Bubba Quimby had some blood taken care of. Caden has to come back out. He thought he was going to get his big moment, but nope, not yet. First and goal for the St. Croix Falls Saints, looking to retake the lead with 8:44 left to go in the first half. And Grantsburg doesn't have everybody out there, and that's going to be offsides on the Pirates. Even though they stopped them after the timeout, they didn't have everybody in.
Metter across for a touchdown.
They scored? Oh, they scored. Well, they only had 10 guys out there, or what happened? Jeez. Okay, sorry, I thought they had brought him down, but he didn't have far to go. And that's a touchdown. Well, it was a touchdown. So it's 12-7 St. Croix Falls. They'll go for 2. Toss left, and 2-point conversion is good. We're going to take another break. Say thank you to Burnett Medical Center.
Patients at Burnett Medical Center are able to receive all of their care here within the community. I'm Gretchen Garavak. I'm a nurse practitioner at Burnett Medical Center, and I think that patients should choose Burnett Medical Center for continuity of care. I've worked at larger facilities in the past, and I feel that here at Burnett Medical, the care is more personalized, and you're not just a number. It's a feeling of community, a sense of community, and not many people have that.
$14-7, that's a football score there. 8:41 left to go in the first half. Military Appreciation Night here from Grantsburg. As the sun is almost completely out of the eyes of the St. Croix Falls fans. It's always a tough one sitting there, and it was a bright night to start this one for those fans over there. Well, unfortunately, my chat thing is not working for some reason. So hopefully that starts working here for our game at halftime. Squib kick picked up at the 21. And that is Berkman sliding, cutting, gaining a couple more after he cut, and now momentum stopped. And he picks up 10 yards on that return. 1st and 10, Grantsburg, see if they can answer.
Tackle by Rowan Prokop.
They haven't had too much trouble moving the ball, but it does take them
Pirates will start on their own 35-yard line.
their full allotment of downs oftentimes. 1st and 10, Grantsburg. Brock Matheny out there to call the play, run the play. Three men right, two men left. Empty backfield here for Brock. A lot of times they'll motion a guy, and they do again. They're not going to him. They want to throw deep to Rombach. It's underthrown. Zach, and he breaks up the interception. That one was underthrown pretty badly, and Zach breaks it up. So pass broken up officially by Cole Steffen. Zach's got about a foot height, well, not a foot, but 6 inches on Cole. But that ball so underthrown. They've tried a couple times to go deep to Rombach, and it hasn't quite gotten out far enough for him. One was interference that time, a nice pass breakup by Zach, really. And on 2, and it's going to be a delayed handoff, and Gavin will bring a couple guys forward.
Rosso up the middle for the Pirates, tackled by Dylan Christie.
Let's see, that was Kellen Kelly on the tackle.
6.
And I think Dylan Christie as well brought him down. 3rd and 6 here for the Pirates. About 8 minutes left to go in first half. It's been a back and forth affair. Back to pass, Brock looking, now he steps up, throws, and it's dropped.
Matheny's pass intended for Michael.
Marcus Michael with the drop, and it's going to be 4th and 6, and it'll be Grantsburg's turn to punt here. So had Marcus caught that ball, there were defenders around, and I think that's the second drop of the night, one by Berkman earlier for a touchdown. That one would have been close to a first down, probably not enough for a first down. Trenton Johnson back to kick the ball away, and he will punt it away, angles it away from Metter, bounces straight up in the air, and Metter takes it at the 20. And a block in the back. Is it called? It doesn't. It does get called, and he tackles him at the 20-yard line. Very obvious block in the back, and that will be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, or no, from the end of the run, I believe, which ended at about the 20. So that's going to push him back to about the 10-yard line, I believe. And Gavin Rosso with his hands on his knees, looking gassed.
Illegal block is called against the Saints. Assessed from the point of the foul.
Okay, so it is from the spot of the foul, so it'll be a 5-yard. Is it from the? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it will be a 10-yard mark off from where the end of the play brought him. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 10-yard line. Left hash mark. 7:35 left to go. See if the Saints try to do something through the air. They haven't. They've tried a couple times. 0 for 2 is Adams. Didn't throw a lot last year either. But I know we were expecting him to throw a little bit more. Here he is going to throw. He's protected, nicely thrown over the middle. He's open and tackled by Rombach.
Adams pass
That was Petherbridge 10 on 10, and that's enough for a first down on first down. Good find there and good protection from that O-line. 7:23 and counting. Gain of about 15 on first down. Toss left, and I think squirting through for a yard or so. And that was Peyton Steffen.
Steffen on the carry.
3 new players come in for the Saints.
Second down, 9.
Second and 9, under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Sideline getting loud here on Grantsburg's side. And this is some more misdirection. And that's holding. That'll be holding on the Saints, preventing Berkman from making a tackle earlier.
Flags on the
But this
play.
will back the Saints up 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which is right around the line of scrimmage. I'm going to toss it back to the
Holding
25.
called against the Saints.
So it'll be second and 20 here coming up. While we have a second, why don't we take a look at the upcoming
Remember, folks, the concession stand
schedule
is open
here
on the
for
south end of the
Grantsburg.
bleachers. Proceeds go to
Volleyball
sixth grade for their annual
keeps
Washington
going. They're
DC trip.
playing Frederick, hosting Frederick next week. Grantsburg will be in Oconto Falls in Chippewa Falls taking on Oconto Falls, a neutral site. We'll be live streaming that one if we get it. If we can, we're also trying to line up live streaming for volleyball that night. Toss left. And Metter has a head of steam, but he is brought down for another nice gain, though. Gain of about 8.
Brought down by
And Dane
Lozier.
Lozier with the tackle. Caden Matheny is going to check in, and out comes. Why do I not have it here? 82, that's a new number. That is not in this book here. Shoot. And it's going to be a pass play. And chasing him, Adams running. Now he tucks it, and he will be escorted out of bounds.
30-yard line.
And he is going to be short to the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 5 from the 30. See what St. Croix does here. They have the lead. I would expect that they would punt the ball away.
4th down, 5.
And it does look like the punt team is coming in for St. Croix Falls. This is a great time for them to run one of those shenanigans plays. I don't know. That's my term. I think if Grantsburg jumps, it'll be enough for a first down barely. So they have to be aware that they like to do these kind of jump plays. Yep, that one. And doesn't matter. That's a high punt, not super far. Takes a nice roll for St. Croix, angling towards their sideline and down at about the 36-yard line. That's where Grantsburg will take over again. Grantsburg was well prepared for that little, I don't know what you call it, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of new to me. Kind of like a hard count, you know. You're always trying to get an edge. This isn't blaming him. I mean, everything's been totally legal, and Grantsburg's fallen for it once and not since. Pirates come out, and it's going to be Trenton. He keeps his glove on. So this looks like he's going to run. Man in motion, and it is going to be Jaden Brown. Brown calls for a block, but forgets to go upfield. And he has a loss on the play.
Steffen also on that tackle. No gain on the play.
So he does end up getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for Grantsburg, under 5 minutes left to go. First half, 14-7. St. Croix scored on their first drive. Grantsburg answered 2 drives later. Man in motion and bobbled snap. He picks it up. The throw is on target, and Trenton makes a nice move, and he is finally pushed back. That was almost a train wreck, but Brock was able to secure the ball, and then Trenton was able to move the ball forward at about 6 yards.
3rd down, 3.
That was Bachman on the tackle. 3rd and 3 from the 43-yard line. A long three coming up here for Grantsburg. 4 minutes remain. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. And it's going to be Brock firing it, and it is what? Incomplete. 2 receivers in the exact same place. Marcus Michael and Trenton Johnson both in the same spot. Neither one caught it. So that is a mess up on one of those receivers. And now Grantsburg may end up having to punt it away again. And Trenton is going to come back to punt it. Missed opportunity there for Grantsburg as the Saints get him 3 and out. And Trenton waits and now kicks it away, and it's going to get a good roll for the Pirates. And look at Norman Jensen. He's the first guy down and downs it at the 5-yard line as the Saints were expecting a fake. And now with 3:45 left to go, Johnson pins him deep.
The Saints will begin at their own 5-yard line. Remember, hot dogs, brats, nachos, popcorn, pop, water, and other stuff at the concession stand located on the south
And
end
other
of the
stuff.
bleachers.
Well, I'm trying to get that old social media feed going, and it's just not working tonight. That makes it tougher for me to do the initials game, but we'll still do it. We'll still give it a shot. We might have to have you guys all go on one feed. We can go to the We Are Grantsburg YouTube feed. Big pop. 2 guys sandwich Adams.
Adams stopped
That's
near the line of
Rosso
scrimmage.
and Lucas making the tackle. 3.5 minutes left to go.
Gavin Rosso.
So if you want to play the initials game, I'll only be able to check the We Are Grantsburg YouTube feed. So be ready for that. The link to that is in the first comment on the We Are Grantsburg feed on Facebook. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and what is this? It's a pre-snap, and it's going to be on Grantsburg. What did they do?
Offside, the call.
They lined up offside. They did that last week, too. From this angle, I couldn't tell who it was, but I know, and they're talking to the same guy who did it last week. So that's a free 5 for St. Croix Falls.
2nd down, 3.
What's happening? Oh, really? So instead of 2nd and 8, it's 2nd and 3 with 3 minutes left to go, and much more manageable as they stay ahead of the sticks. Passing is Adams, throwing left, and it is caught. Big hit by Dane Lozier, but it's a first down, gain of about 5.
Jared DeSmith. Tackle by Lozier.
That was Jared DeSmith, and is it still doing it? Can you use this one instead? Does it just do it automatically? At halftime, we'll turn the camera off and turn it back on. See if it just corrects itself. 1st and 10, clock continues to run with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. There is a bit of a discrepancy in the clock that you see in the actual time. Right now it's 2:30, and on the screen it says 2:32. So a couple second delay. Here's a pitch left, and that one is snuffed for a second, and Metter continues to go, but that's going to be another holding on St. Croix Falls, but another missed tackle in the backfield by Grantsburg.
Flag on the play.
But that is going to all come back because of holding. But Metter has made guys miss, wriggled out of tackles. He's a strong runner.
Holding the call against the Saints.
And a couple of our Grantsburg's best tacklers have been missing tonight. And that just tells you how good Metter has been. Aiden Metter was the team's leading rusher last year, and certainly this year as well. After a couple of games, he already has, what's he have, Nick? 135 yards on 14 carries. Shoot. I don't think he needed the holding on that one either. Back to pass Adams. He wants to go deep down the left side. And Dane Lozier does not turn his head. And that is interference. He's got to turn his head and make a play. He can't just stick his hands up in the air. That is interference, and that is a first down probably, it's a 15-yard penalty. Is it a automatic first down? It is not an automatic first down. So the penalty on the holding previously made it 1st and 16. So this is going to be a 15-yard penalty and make it 1st and 1, I think, if they measure this off correctly. So it was really good coverage, actually, by Dane Lozier. He just needs to turn his head at the last second there instead of sticking his hand in the air. He'll learn that. He's a junior. He's a heck of an athlete. 1st and 1. It's going to be a pitch to Metter. I would have predicted that. And that's going to be enough for a first down. And Grantsburg wanted another holding penalty called. Under 2 minutes left to go. I could see Dane over on the far sideline pleading his case, saying he was wrapped up. It is a new offensive line. They've done a good job, but they have held a few times. 1st and 10. St. Croix in a bit of a no man's area here. At the 32, they're going to pass, and the ball is knocked down. I think it was touched by Trenton. Trenton Johnson. You can take another quick look at that. Trenton, number 22. Keep an eye on him. And he gets his hand up in the air and knocks it away. 2nd and 10 with 1:26 left to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts. So again, if you want to play the initials game, the initials are DD. And you've got to go on the We Are Grantsburg YouTube stream. Back to pass again, Adams. Immediate pressure by Johnson, and he's going to throw the ball away. He gets out of the pocket and throws the ball away. And a nice catch on the sideline by Reese Jensen. So it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 for the Saints. Would not surprise me if they just try to give Metter the ball again on one of those pitches. It's been working pretty well. I still don't think Adams has a complete pass, does he? He does. He has one pass? Oh, yeah, I remember it now, right over the... Oh, he's a couple, doesn't he? And there's another Statue of Liberty play. It's to Metter, and he is brought down. See if Grantsburg uses a timeout. That was that was Berkman on the tackle. Trips him up, and it'll be 4th and about 3. We'll see where they spot it. No, longer than that, Robert. Yeah, 4th and about... I have to disagree with Pete a little bit. 4th and 5 here. They need to get to the 43. No, yeah, we'll see. 4th and 5. But anyway, the Saints come out with their punting unit again. It's been back and forth. We'll see if the Saints do something tricksy here with the 42 seconds left to go. Kind of a why not type of a situation. It looks like Grantsburg might be bringing the heat. Grantsburg does not jump, and they do bring the heat, and it is not gotten to. It's a high punt, but it will check up like a pitching wedge, and Grantsburg will have it at about the 39-yard line with 25 seconds left. They have a ton of weapons. Let's see, Alex McCormick, they probably need to get down to, I'd say, the 20-yard line for him to have a realistic shot at it. Grantsburg has 2 timeouts and 25 seconds left. In Madden, he'd run like a slot over, maybe 4 verts, maybe a try to trick him up and do a little screen pass. Would not surprise me if Grantsburg does try a screen pass here. Watch Trenton on the near side here, coming across for a wide receiver screen. They seem to like that one. Brock in the shotgun, and he will roll to his left, and Trenton was kind of getting held up, and that is going to be Marcus Michael, and he makes the catch at the 42. That will stop the clock. 19 seconds left to go. The clock stops until they get the chains set. Grantsburg looks like they're going to spike the ball. Grantsburg needs to get set. Good job, Brock, waiting for him to get set. No, he's not going to spike it. He's going to throw it over to Marcus, who dives ahead, but that's going to keep the clock running. Down to the 34-yard line with 12 seconds left to go. Grantsburg has it 2nd and about 2. There wasn't a play called there, I don't think. They just kind of found Marcus open. Marcus found an open spot, and Brock put it on him. So a chance to catch their breath with 12 seconds left to go. A timeout called by Grantsburg. 2nd and 3 for the Pirates, maybe a long 2 here. And again, I think they need to get to about the 20-yard line. They might take a shot to the end zone for a couple of plays here. They've got Rombach, who's 6'5" and has a 37.5-inch vertical. If they can get the ball far enough to him, give Brock enough time. This is, that'd be a 35, as far as he could throw, 45 yards. We'll see if they do that. They have 1 timeout left, so maybe they try something over the middle. Maybe they try that screen to Trenton. 2 guys in the backfield. That's Berkman and Rosso, 2 wide receivers. It's Johnson to the right and Rombach to the left. Matheny in the shotgun. And that's going to be a false start on the Pirates. That was a slow snap, I think. And that's going to back Grantsburg up 5 yards.
Illegal procedure called against the Pirates.
Looked like Brock was ready for the snap, and it looked like Trenton took off from his wide receiver position. That's why I surmise it was a slow snap. But then again, nobody else moved. So they'll try it again. Looks like the same play. Brock calls out the signals, and he will drop back to pass. The line holding up, throwing left. It's Rombach, and he steps out of bounds after a first down, 7 yards. There's 7 seconds left to go. Zach's first catch of the night. He's been targeted 3 times. Drew an interference penalty on the first one, knocked a sure interception away on the second one. That time makes the catch for about 6-7 yards and gets out of bounds. 1 timeout remaining, 7 seconds left to go. So they could go over the middle and call a timeout and give McCormick a chance to put one through, or they might just try to chuck one up into the end zone, and now a whistle and a timeout called by St. Croix Falls. Well, while we have 1 moment left here, let's say thank you again to Physical. All right, little tutti frutti, and we'll see what Grantsburg has in store here. It's 1st and 10, but that doesn't matter. There's 7 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 14-7 St. Croix Falls. Pirates have it at the 28-yard line. Certainly within Brock's range to get it into the end zone. A couple options here for Coach Hale. He could try a quick hitter, get about 10 more yards and call a timeout, or he could try to go 1 more play into the end zone for the touchdown. Zach is 1-on-1 up top. No, he's got safety help over top. Brock back to pass. He runs up. He is going to have to do something, and that's going to be a timeout with 1 second left. Grantsburg does get the timeout called. Brock scrambles for it. 1 second remains. And let's see what Grantsburg does. Is this in Alex's range? It's at the 25. That'd be 35, 42-yard field goal. Doesn't look like they're inclined to kick the field goal. So with a second left on 2nd and long, they're going to chuck one into the end zone here, it looks like. Maybe they do run some kind of screen play and catch St. Croix off guard, because they're going to have safety help over the top. So if it's going to be a catch in the end zone, it's going to be a jump ball situation. They're going to go trips to the left and 1-man split to the right. That's Berkman. So Rombach, Johnson, and Michael. So it's going to be a Hail Mary situation, it looks like, here on the left side. St. Croix Falls thinks as much. Here, why don't you zoom out a little bit? We see the St. Croix guys all deep, like on the goal line. Brock back to pass. He's going to throw one deep. That is going to make the end zone. It's a jump. Rombach catches it! Zach Rombach with the great catch! Yes! Yes! Did you get it? Rombach skies for it and comes down with it. Zach Rombach, the senior, brings it in. And Grantsburg got a point from tying it up. And excuse the exuberance, that's my kid. Wow. And a chance to tie it here at the buzzer. Grantsburg scored with no time left in the first quarter, scored with no time left in the second, and this game is tied. Holy cow, what a game.
The Pirates tied it at halftime for 14-14.
Oh, Daddy's got to chill out a little bit here, Nicholas. Wow. Wow, let's take one more look at that. Great pass, by the way, from Brock. He put it up there, and Zach just able to outjump. That's all that is, but Brock put that right on the money. You guys forgot to tell me that, well, maybe you didn't. I had the first quarter up there the whole time. Oh, man, that was a fantastic end of the half, and I'm sorry, St. Croix fans. I hope you understand that that's a proud dad moment for me. But it is 14-14 and a heck of a first half. Aiden Nieder. As we'll get, you didn't write that down? Oh, I think I strained an ab, Nick. I'm serious. I do have abs. They're hidden. They're insulated, but I think oh my gosh.
Barely. Maybe zoom in.
But you got it perfectly, Nick. Another good job by Nick Rombach. Oh, that's phenomenal. All right, give me a second to kind of catch my breath here and say thank you one more time to Zach's mom, Renee.
At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, it's our job to make the complex simple. When your life is sidelined by an injury, surgery, or a condition keeping you from doing what you love, our services aim to get you pain-free and fully functioning. We truly care about our patient outcomes, helping you achieve your goals and improve your quality of life. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Love your life.
All right, back here, Military Appreciation Night, and I hope you appreciate what we've got going here. It's a tie game as we head into halftime, and Grantsburg on the last play of the half ties it up. That was nuts. I'm going to do, actually, while we have a second, I'm just do one more ad, and then we will play the initials game. It's DD. The initials. We'll be right back.
My philosophy for taking care of patients is pretty simple. First, I want to be kind to my patients. I want to be helpful to my colleagues, and I want to bring my skills and experience to some use and hopefully make somebody's life a little bit better. I'm Anders Euland. I'm a board-certified general surgeon here at Burnett Medical Center. I enjoy working in rural healthcare for one thing because I like being the rural country. I like seeing the stars at night, for instance. I also like working in rural healthcare because I'm needed here. In the city, there are a dozen general surgeons who are really good, and we're all competing for the same patients, and that just doesn't feel right to me. I want to go somewhere where I'm needed.
Ticket number 561 6284 561.
All right. I'm trying to
6284.
save
Who's
that
it gonna
last play so we can play it later if necessary. Let's see.
561 6284. Does anybody want $562?
St. Croix guy got it.
Way over on the other side of the field, maybe, huh?
He's the long way over. Nick is completely zoomed in. So St. Croix fan has his spirits lifted here after a gut punch there at.
He's way over there in the gray.
All right, so let's take a moment. We can play the initials game. I'm going to take a look at some of the comments here if people are commenting. I don't see a single comment on We Are Grant. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. Louis,
We have a winner coming from the other side of the field.
All right. All right, I'm going to watch the We Are Grantsburg YouTube feed. I'm going to watch the
In the meantime, we're proud to announce
Facebook.
tonight's
Is it still doing it?
Nut Roll Nut of the Game. Heidi Jensen is tonight's Nut of the
Hold
Game.
on. Why is it doing that?
Along with the honor and prestige of this fine award, Heidi wins a 1-year supply of Pearson's Nut Rolls. You can collect your prize this Monday morning at Dick's Red Owl.
All right. So Zoom control. We're messing with the Zoom here. All right, I know you guys are waiting to play the game. So I've got the We Are Grantsburg feeds up. And, all right, so here we go. DD. First clue of DD originated in the United States. I won't be able to put these up on the screen tonight, sorry. Huh? Why? I can't hear with these things on. What? No? Oh, okay. Originated in the United... I got family all on my case here. Originated in the United States. I'll tell you this, too. This is a really appropriate one. This is my clue. Really appropriate for Grantsburg. It'd probably be more appropriate for tomorrow night, I think. Originated in the United States. Clue number 2. It does not include glass. It does not include glass. Clue number 3. Connected to Pinky Tuscadero from Happy Days. Connected to Pinky Tuscadero in Happy Days. Hey, Louis DeMar. Look at this guy. He got it right. What's that? He's got the game. Nick says he got the game, Louis. Demolition Derby, and yes, it does have something to do with Grantsburg as the fair is hopping right now. And make sure you check that out here today or tonight or tomorrow or all weekend long. Grandstand events, you can get all the rides you want. They expanded the Midway, all the rides, and have some family fun here and get some good food too. Lots of food vendors there. So, not to mention the great 4-H participation and all the things to look at. Let's move on. Good job, Louis. Clue number 1, DD, connected to the summer of 1963. Connected to the summer of 1963. Clue number 2, its lead died in 2009. Its lead died in 2009. Clue number 3, included, actually, we're going to skip that one. Clue number 4 featured a talent show, so we're only going to have 5. Clue number 3 featured a talent show. Clue number 4 featured an iconic lift. Featured an iconic lift. Michael got it. I think, Nick, did you get it too? Yeah, all right. And clue number 5, and this will be the final one, featured the famous line. What's the famous line, Nick?
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Did you hear it? Nick spoke, and he got it right. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Final clue, nobody puts baby in a corner. Heather Vilstrup. And then Colleen Roberts right behind Heather. Dirty Dancing is correct. Yes, yes, yes. If you want to know what the missing clue was, you can chat with me on the street someday. All right. Let's see. Third one from DD. Connected to Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker. Connected to Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker. Clue number 2. Connected to controversy following a GQ interview. Connected to controversy following a GQ interview. Clue number 3. Appeared between 2012 and 2017. What happened?
It zoomed out again.
I don't know what's going on with our camera. We've restarted it. I'll have to tinker with it later. Clue number 4, prominently featured beards. Prominently featured beards. Somebody's going to get it. Somebody's going to get it after that one. Huh? Yes, and Colleen does come through. Colleen Roberts says Duck Dynasty, and that's correct. The last clue is highlighted the Robertson family and A&E reality TV show focusing on a business based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. So good job, Colleen. Ooh, she's had the last two. Colleen's on that good Grantsburg Telecom internet. All right. Here we go. Huh? It's on. I'm looking at these screens. That's okay. Look, there you go. Happy? As you can see, just about 4 minutes left to go in the allotted halftime period, and then they put 3 more on there if necessary for guys to stretch. All right. DD. Hold on, I've got texts. I got to make sure. Well, if this isn't the pot calling the kettle black, Goob just texted and asked how my heart was. It's still going, Goob. We're surviving. All right. All right. Clue number 1 for DD. Has a legendary temper. Oh, I think I did strain an ad, believe it or not. I have. Has a legendary temper. Caitlin's here. Caitlin's home for an extended weekend, and she's laughing at me. Clue number 2, well, clue number 1, legendary temper. Clue number 2, connected to the University of Oregon. Connected to the University of Oregon. Michael. He's not just good at coaching basketball, folks. He is great at the initials game. He got it right. Can anybody come close? I'll wait a couple more seconds. All right, clue number 3, debuted in 1934. Debuted in 1934. Clue number 4, briefly appeared in 1988's Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Woo! Louis DeMar coming back with a vengeance. He says Donald Duck, and he is correct. Clue number 5 was doesn't wear pants. Sheesh. And clue number 6, his uncle is often seen diving into gigantic piles of money. His uncle Scrooge. Scrooge McDuck. That's Donald Duck's uncle. The money bin. Do you know any? I'm having a conversation with my daughter. I may have had a blind spot bringing her up if she doesn't know this. Do you know the money bin? Have you ever seen DuckTales? Okay, you've seen DuckTales and you don't know the money bin and Scrooge McDuck and Huey, Dewey, and Louie and the Christmas one? Oh, boy. All right. Grantsburg's yet to emerge from the... Oh, they're coming. They're walking down. So we have some time. Oh, I won't do that one. That's pretty specific. That one, too. All right, here we go. Speaking of Michael... Is he still here? All right, you got to get this one, Michael. All right, here we go. Clue number 1 is a 1946 Disney theatrical short featuring Goofy. Is a 1946 Disney theatrical short featuring Goofy. Clue number 2, it's illegal. It's illegal. Put all this pressure on Michael. He's giving me the 1,000-mile stare. Clue number 3 is an arcade game that debuted in 1986. I remember it well. It's an arcade game that debuted in 1986. Clue number 4 often precedes the sound of a whistle. Often precedes the sound of a whistle. I think there's just too much pressure on him. Nobody's answered it yet. Clue number 5, the opponent is awarded possession after this. The opponent is, you got it, Michael got it. I'll give somebody 5 seconds because he's right by me, no delay. Michael got it, all right. I'll say that, repeat, that's the word I'm looking for. The opponent is awarded possession after this. There's a reason I thought Michael should get it, and I alluded to it earlier. And clue number 6 is a violation in basketball. Is a violation in basketball. Oh boy. Okay. See ya, love you. That was to Caitlin again. All right, did we lose connection or something? Nobody's gotten it? Are we still on the air? Maybe, maybe not. Frozen. Oh, you got the Zoom figured out, okay. I think you can still hear me. I think the stream is still going. But the doggone camera froze up. We'll fix it. Grantsburg back out. Military Appreciation Night. Couple minutes left to go. I'll head back to you guys' answers. Louis says double dribble. Apparently Louis and Colleen just decimated the opposition. They just gave up. I'll check. Let me check the St. Croix side, see if anybody got it. Oh yeah, Christopher Wallace said, Chris Wallace, all right, said Dirty Dancing. All right. Colleen Kimberly says, great catch, even though I'm a Saints fan. Thanks, Colleen. If it's any consolation, I did kind of go crazy on that. Again, it was my kid who made the catch, so this is a hard job when your son's down there, trust me. So thank you for your grace, everybody, and away we go. I guess since we're talking about it, we can watch it again. Oh no! Did I just erased? I just hit the wrong button and erased it. I erased the stinking catch. Oh my gosh, Bob. What you were just seeing was a replay of warm-ups, and that's what I was trying to do before we got going again. Is save the darn play. So if I did something dumb like that, there's going to be more highlights, so I could recall it, but I can't find it on my computer. Anyway, enough inside baseball stuff. Oh, I was going to say, if it's any consolation, I really do think I did injure myself on that call. I've never injured myself in however many years I've been doing play-by-play, many years, but I think I am going to need a doctor. Maybe not, but my abs hurt, and it's not from sit-ups, guys. Where did that go, though? Shouldn't be in videos. And thanks again to all of our awesome sponsors. You see them scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I'm sure you've noticed as well, in the lower left-hand corner, we've got the emblems of all the services on Military Appreciation Night here tonight. So we're going to start this thing all over. Brand new game, 14 all with 24 minutes left to go in regulation.
Thanks for sticking around for tonight's thriller. We start the second half, not at 14. The Pirates will receive the start.
So Grantsburg deferred at the start of on the opening kickoff. And St. Croix Falls, of course, chose to receive. If they would have chosen to kick, Grantsburg would have received both at the beginning of the game and now. Beautiful night to play some football and watch it here. Here's the kickoff, and it's going to go one hop and taken by Rosso. Rosso goes to the middle. Now he kicks it out. Sorry, that's Berkman. Berkman is wrangled down at the 30-yard line. And that's where Grantsburg will start with it. 1st and 10 after an emotional end to the half. We'll see if they come out and how they come out. Sometimes that kind of thing can really get you so excited that you come out a little bit flat. We'll see what happens here for Grantsburg after that beautiful throw from Brock Matheny to Zach Rombach to end the half, and then the extra point was good. We won't see Brock to start. It's going to be Trenton Johnson, and a little bit of a mix-up to start. It's going to be a handoff to Rosso. No, it's going to be Johnson. Johnson puts his head down and gets forward for about 5. That was Kelly on the tackle. He's been in a lot of tackles tonight. Grantsburg hurrying up. It's not fixed. And a handoff, Rosso going nowhere. So sorry about the camera. It's doing something strange for us here tonight, as you've noticed. I'm sure that's not Nick backing it out, zooming out. It's the camera. And another handoff. This is Rosso. He might have a little bit of an edge. He gets to about the 40, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Grantsburg ekes out a first down there on 3rd down. And Rosso has a bit of an equipment issue. First down, Grantsburg, and Dane Lozier checks in for Gavin. 2 men split to the right, 2 to the left. That's Johnson and Michael to the right, Rombach and Berkman to the left. Dane is also on the right as a wing. Matheny back, looking to screen. Now he's going to roll right, fires it. Nearly intercepted off the hands of Dane Lozier. Dangerous. Matheny really whipped that thing in there. That was supposed to be a screen, but really well defended by the Saints. 2nd and 10. Grantsburg taking their time. St. Croix had a delay of game penalty earlier in the game. Grantsburg doesn't want to have to use a timeout to get the ball in. Brock has to wait for his guy to get set, and he does. There's Berkman. Berkman spinning in the middle, and he gains about 4, maybe 5 yards, about 4 yards on 2nd down. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 at the 45-yard line. So Grantsburg moving the ball forward. No big splash plays. Wow, that is crazy that the camera is just all of a sudden doing that. It's never done that before. I'll have to research it later. Brock is out. Trenton is in as the quarterback. What's that? Yeah, it worked great last week after the rainstorm. Trenton, he's going to roll right. He's looking back, and nobody's there, but he's going to counter back himself. He's got a lot of room. He's across the 50. He makes a move. He's across the 40 and slung down at the 35-yard line. A big play for Trenton Johnson. And it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Pirates. And they continue in the hurry up. To the right is Michael and Jaden Brown. To the left is Berkman and Rombach. Rosso in the backfield. Berkman in motion. Rosso on a counter. He's got a few yards and brought down again by the interior. That was number 73, I think. It was Dylan Christie on the tackle. 9.5 minutes left to go. Grantsburg's opening drive of the second half. Trenton again, the quarterback. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Trying to get the Saints to jump. Now they'll call the play. And it's bobbled. Trenton gets it back, throws it down the left side, looking for Berkman. Berkman's got it! Touchdown, Grantsburg! What a pass and catch from the Pirates. That time, Berkman from Johnson. Take another look, and Berkman mossed him. Good coverage on the play, but Berkman was able to reach and grab that ball. Oh, and it's a touchdown for the Pirates. And they have retaken the lead. McCormick in to kick. The extra point. Snap spot kick. Up and good. 21-14. Grantsburg has it as they score with no time remaining in the first half, and then they double dip, scoring in their first drive in the second half, 14 unanswered. St. Croix hasn't even had a chance to touch the ball since then, as there was no time left on the clock, so no kickoff after that touchdown. And Grantsburg gets the nice drive and a touchdown. (21-14), and away we go here in the second half. And I forgot to turn up the ambient mic. Sorry. Hopefully you could hear some of the crowd. 9 minutes and 1 second left to go, so that one took 2:59. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of taking a look down at the bench. Brady Burton indeed has his shoulder pads off. He's sitting on the bench. He took a big shot in the second quarter of the game. I believe it was the second quarter. Just friendly fire. So Brady will be out tonight. I'm sure he'll be, they'll be discussing a concussion protocol with him. And we obviously err on the side of caution for sure with head injuries like that. We take them very seriously. Renee is my wife. She is the trainer here, and the coaching staff. They all are one mind to take care of those concussions. Here's a kickoff. It's inside the 30-yard line, taken by one of the up men. He makes one guy miss, but then two more come in and make
a 7-yard return.
the tackle. In on the tackle was Reese Jensen.
Tackle by Johnson and Reese Jensen.
So 1st and 10, St. Croix Falls after Grantsburg took the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Here's a handoff, Metter. Metter met, but gets through again and finally stood up and finally whistle blows. Again, Metter has a knack for getting by that first Grantsburg guy and making a nice gain. Gain of 7 that time. How many does he have here, Nick? 152. In basically a half and a play. So he's on pace for almost 300 yards on the ground. 8:26 left to go in the third quarter. St. Croix hustles to the line, 2nd and 3. Pitch left. This has worked all day. That time, Metter is stopped short. Gain of a yard. Bring up 3rd and 2.
Metter carries the ball. Tackle by Brandon Lucas. 3rd down, 2.
Third and 2 for St. Croix Falls. They're going to hand it off. Metter is stopped and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. A short loss on the play. And we'll see now what happens as there's a Saint doubled over, and that is number 60 who's going to come to the sideline.
On that tackle.
Logan Fangmeyer shaken up on the play. 4th and 2 at the 41-yard line. And we will see what Coach Belill says. He's going to reluctantly, I think, kick it away. We'll see if he comes up with something here. They'll certainly do the fake snap. And they snap it away, and the kick is good. And Dane Lozier catches it. Boy, a runner was right on him. I think that was the long snapper. And that was Folkstead on the stop. Nice play there by Folkstead, Caden Folkstead. He is the son of St. Croix's announcer, Chris Folkstead, and he made a nice play there because Dane might have had a few yards to run, but he was right on there, didn't interfere, and made the tackle immediately. Good job, Caden. 6:51 left to go. Grantsburg stops St. Croix Falls, gets the ball back. 2 men right, 2 men left. Man in motion, Berkman. He's going to belly it back. And he looks like he's got the edge. And he gains about 4 or 5, depending on the spot. So a positive run for Berkman.
Also Marco.
So that's a good play for Grantsburg, but St. Croix is up to the challenge. They haven't let anything break free at all. Gavin Rosso had probably the best run on the first play of the game for Grantsburg. They've been able to bottle it up. Grantsburg seems to have gotten the edge a couple of times, but good team speed here for the Saints. 2 men in the backfield with Matheny. Matheny calling it out, and Grantsburg jumped. And that was Trenton Johnson jumping from the left. He was
offside the call.
Wide receiver on this side. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty and make it 2nd and 11. Grantsburg switches the formation, and St. Croix does likewise. Matheny back to pass. Looks like a screen. It is. It's tipped up in the air and intercepted. Trenton Johnson, the intended receiver, tipped right up in the air, and an easy pick. Let's take another look.
St. Croix Falls will start at the Pirates' 25-yard line.
And that was a high pass that time, setting up the screen, and a sudden exchange, and suddenly St. Croix Falls with an opportunity here deep in Grantsburg territory at the 25-yard line. Good tip drill there for St. Croix Falls, and they have the ball back, down by 7 with 6:24 left to go. Brock has to get that pass down. 3 men in the backfield. It's Aiden Nieder. And Grantsburg does get to him, shooting up from the linebacker spot. Gavin Rosso, shoestring tackle and a loss on the play.
Up in the backfield.
Is it even zooming in now?
2nd down, 11.
It is. Yeah, I that's the setting I changed, and now it's all fast. I can change that back. I'm trying to fix the zoom issue. 2nd and 11. Grantsburg sideline getting into it. 2 men in the backfield, and that is another shift. Grantsburg was on it. They knew the center wasn't on the ball. Counter play, met again and driven back. Looks like Grantsburg's defense has finally woken up. Gavin Rosso along with Berkman. And somebody else was in there too, one of those unsung heroes. That's Jensen, I think, was in on the tackle as well. So a gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 10. Adams has put the ball in the air sparingly, but has had decent success. We'll see if they go to the air here with 5 minutes and 10 seconds and counting left to go in the 3rd quarter. Quick to the line out of the huddle. Adams under center, drops back to pass. He's harassed. He spins out of it. He's in big trouble. Up the middle, and then nothing there for him on the scramble. Good penetration there by Trenton Johnson. And he is tackled for a gain of a yard or less. Actually, I don't think any gain. Henry Quintana on the tackle with others. So 4th and 10, and this will be go-for-it territory here for St. Croix Falls. Adams will bring the play in from the sideline. Grantsburg surely expecting pass. Cornerbacks Jaden Brown and Dane Lozier. Safeties are Marcus Michael and Zach Rombach. 10 yards to gain here for the Saints with 4:20 left to go and counting. Man in motion, and a timeout will be called by St. Croix Falls.
4:18 left in the third quarter.
4 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in the third. And we'll take another timeout, say thank you to Northwood Tech.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Welcome back. As I sneeze. Is that you, Rona? 4:18 left to go, 21-14. The score. Fourth and 10. Coming out of the St. Croix Falls timeout. Big play here in this second half. Adams back to pass. A little bit of pressure thrown up and caught. Did he catch it? No, incomplete. Dane Lozier on the coverage. I thought he caught it at first. Let's take another look if we can. Turnover on downs and a big hit and loss. That was Dane Lozier breaking up the play. A big play there. Would have been enough for first down. And it's turnover on downs here in the third quarter as I switch that. And that's another problem with not seeing you guys' comments. I'm sure several of you have told me that it's not halftime anymore. There, what do you want? What do you want? All right, Grantsburg takes back over on offense. Matheny will go under center, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Handoff up the middle. That's Gavin. He's got a little bit of room. Nice block. Oh, they're going to call a block from behind. Looked like he got to the side, and that's what Adam Hale is going to talk about. Looked like he got him from the side, and we're going to take a look at it because they're going to call a block in the back here, and he got to the side, and Metter went down, kind of sold it, as we've seen Metter not go down for anything this game. So he sold that one. Looked like Trenton lined up okay there, but by the official's view, he says, nope, that was an illegal block. I saw Coach Adam Hale get very upset about that call. It's going to back Grantsburg up. It'll stay first down, and it will be a spot of the foul penalty. And so the ball will be spotted at the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 13 for Grantsburg. So a little bit of a 50-50 call there. Backs Grantsburg up and takes away a nice gain for the Pirates. Matheny. And that is a bad snap. The snap didn't get off in time. Everybody left except the ball. So another penalty. That's going to make it 1st and 18. Grantsburg shooting themselves in the foot here a little bit. (21-14). Grantsburg does have the lead, but they're in deep trouble here. 1st and 18 for Grantsburg. I would be kind of surprised if they passed here, honestly. Yeah, but they will. It's going to be a screen, and it's set up nicely. Gavin's got some room. Across the 30, trips, cuts back. He's got a first down and across the 40. Big play. It's a 26-yard pickup out to the 41-yard line, and the Pirates have a first down.
First down.
I don't think I got the full play here. No, shoot, I didn't get nearly the full play. Sorry, Rosso family. Big run there by Gavin Rosso. Well-designed play and a great play called by Coach Adam Hale. Deep trouble, and from first down to first down. And the ball is loose.
Ball on the ground.
Looks like Grantsburg recovered it, recovered by Matheny.
2nd down 11 for the Pirates.
So Grantsburg just kind of losing focus here. A block in the back, you know, could have gone either way. And then a false start on the offensive line because the ball wasn't snapped, and now a fumbled center quarterback exchange. And Grantsburg has had a little bit of trouble going under center. Now it's going to be Trenton Johnson, 2nd and long. And he will do an option. He'll go up the middle. And he's got a burst of speed, trying to get out of a tackle. Protects the ball and falls forward to the 48-yard line. A nice pickup there on first down. Sorry, that was second down. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 48. And Trenton Johnson limping off. And it'll be Jaden Brown coming in. Brock Matheny, the quarterback. Brown and Rombach to the near side. Marcus Michael splits way out to the right. 2 running backs. It's Berkman and Rosso. Matheny, and he'll give it to Rosso. Rosso met in the backfield. He's dragging a defender, but he brings him down. Gain of 1 will be 4th and 3 from near midfield. And now Grantsburg with a decision to make here as Trenton comes back in, throws his gloves to the sideline. And let's see what they're going to do. They're checking their wristbands, and it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 2. Trenton, the running back, at midfield. Gutsy call here. See if they run something. Trenton looking left and right. Nope, they're not going to. Oh, they do. They go on 2. Trenton spinning, and he's not going to get it. Stopped short of the first down. Nice job by the interior, and the linebackers take another look. They haven't officially said so, but the spot is well short of the line to gain, and it'll be St. Croix Falls ball, I think, and they're going to measure it, but there's no way he got this. It's going to be short by 6 inches. So Grantsburg expecting their defense to do well, and it's a cramp. Trenton ran that with a cramp in his right calf. He's going to get some time to stretch it out here. And it looks like it's going to be St. Croix on offense. I think they even have their offense out there right now. They stretch it out, and yeah, this is way short. I guess it was 8 inches.
Take over on downs.
I don't even think they needed to bring the chains out for that one. That was anticlimactic, y'all. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and with 1:38 left to go. St. Croix stymies Grantsburg at midfield, and it'll be 1st and 10 Saints. A dangerous Saints team, a good running attack. Last week, Grantsburg did a good job against the running attack of Hopkey and company from Amory. Kept them in check for 3 quarters, but the 4th quarter, Coy kind of took over. Metter has taken over from the very get-go. He has 152 yards, but he has been stopped for no gain on his last 4 carries. Good job, Nick. Here's another carry, and he gets around the corner a little bit, a gain of a couple.
Tripped up by Rosso. Second down.
That's his 22nd carry through almost 3 quarters, Aiden Metter. Second and 9. Just across midfield in Grantsburg territory go the Saints. Adams has done a nice job. He didn't play in the first game. He's here. He's done a nice job. Here's another toss out to Metter. Metter met, and Grantsburg on it. Metter just doesn't go down unless it's a block from the side. Then he falls down. Hey, give the kid credit. He sold that thing and got the penalty partly.
3rd down 9.
Looks like Rosso is a little slow to get up. Rosso's doubled over, maybe catching his breath, maybe a little bit in pain. St. Croix doing him a favor as they're taking a long time to get this play in. 3rd and a long 8. Actually, they lost a little bit on that last play. The hand is up by the back judge. They've got 5 seconds to get this play off. 2, 1, and it is going to be a timeout or what? Yep, timeout St. Croix as they were
Timeout called by the Saints.
running out of time. So a costly timeout as that took a long time to bring the play in from the sideline. The back judge was counting down the seconds. Speaking of seconds, there's 13 of them left here in the 3rd quarter. Grantsburg scored with no time left in the 1st quarter, no time left in the 2nd quarter, and in their first drive of the 3rd quarter. So it's been a barn burner here from Grantsburg. Not a conference game, but a rivalry game nonetheless. These 2 teams go way, way, way back. Upper St. Croix Valley Conference, and why wouldn't they? Were, what, 18 22 miles away, something like that. Have been in the same conference for a very long time, and then St. Croix, as they've grown larger, had to get into a conference with more opportunities for competition. And nobody blames them for that. They've outpaced Grantsburg in terms of enrollment. 3rd and long, back to pass, Metter. Clean pocket, not anymore. He is tracked down, and he is sacked! A whole host of Grantsburg Pirates and a flag at the end. What is this going to be? We'll take a look at the sack again. After the play was dead, unsportsmanlike, St. Croix falls. That'll back him up 15 more. I'm not sure what it is on the replay we can see here. Oh, we can't see there.
Conduct called against the Saints.
I think he, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, he did. Okay, I thought I saw him spike the ball. So another 15 tacked onto that, which doesn't do their cause any good. And the 3rd quarter does come to an end. Another momentous play for the Pirates at the end of a quarter. And with 12 minutes up on the clock, Grantsburg leads 21-14. And we will be back right after this from physical.
At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, it's our job to make the complex simple. When your life is sidelined by an injury, surgery, or a condition keeping you from doing what you love, our services aim to get you pain-free and fully functioning. We truly care about our patient outcomes, helping you achieve your goals and improve your quality of life. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. Love your life.
All right, love your life, physical. There's Renee on the sidelines. She's been down there for a long time helping out. Man, you've really got that locked in, Nick. Take a look at Renee, the lovely Renee. Oh, I see what you mean. That Zoom just bounces back. So she owns physical now? Jeez. I can see why you're annoyed by that. Jeepers, criminy. There you go. You're up. So it'll be a 4th and forever situation for St. Croix Falls. And they do that jump thing. Here's the kick. Not a great kick, line drive, good roll. Grantsburg will get away from it, and it will end up at about what the line to gain for a first down. So a 34-yard punt. It was 4th and 33 for the Saints. They're able to get the punt away, and Grantsburg has it, though, in good field position starting at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10. The Grantsburg defense has really upped their game. They've found a way to stop that pitch to Metter. Have done a nice job containing that lately. So the offense comes out. This is Gavin Rosso in the backfield with Matheny. And they're going to look to the sideline to get the play. Looks like St. Croix in a zone defense here. They're going to pass. That's Marcus. He dropped it at the 50. That would have been a long run. He had a blocker in front of him. That's his 2nd drop of the night. That would have gone for big yardage, maybe even pay dirt. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Great pass right on the money, and Marcus got ahead of himself. 2nd and 10, Grantsburg. He's just got to shake that one off and play the next play. But we've seen throughout the game Brock's accuracy getting better and better. Started a little shaky. That one was right on the money. He'll go under center, speaking of shaky, with a fullback right behind him. And he'll give it to that fullback who's Gavin. That went for a big play last time, only a yard this time. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Pirates. An opportunity missed for Grantsburg. That was certainly a first down if that ball was caught. It was caught about 14 yards, or hit him 14 yards down the field. And we'll see if Grantsburg goes to the air again. 11:18 left to go in regulation. They got trips to the left, single wide receiver to the right. That's Rombach, singled up. And they're looking that way. Nope, it's going to be a little screen pass, and it's out of the reach. And that just was not going anywhere. St. Croix had that snuffed out immediately. And Grantsburg will be forced to punt here on 4th and 9. what could have been on that drive. There was a big play just sitting there for him, but not everything clicked, and it's going to be a 3-and-out. Trenton back to punt again. Good snap. And the punt is away. Good boomer this time. Drives Metter way back. And it didn't hit him. That ball is still going. And it is a touchback, I think. Oh, a touchback right at the pylon. Woo! That was almost a perfect punt from Trenton Johnson. Instead, it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Croix at the 20-yard line. Boy, was that close. I think it was Metter's foot that kicked the pylon down. So a 3-and-out from St. Croix Falls. See what they can do here on offense. They've had some nice success with that counter play. They've had some good success with that Statue of Liberty, that kind of fake pass handoff play. Gained some chunks on those. Haven't really passed much. They might be forced to here. 1st and 10 from the 20. Adams back to pass, straight drop, looking right, throwing right, and it's over the head of their intended receiver. DeSmith sounds like he had a fantastic scrimmage down in Osceola to start the season. Didn't get in the action much last week, didn't pass a lot last week. He's been the intended target a couple times. I think he made one catch. Am I right? Did he make one catch, Nick? Number 11. So, what's that? Only number 10 has made a catch? Okay. 2nd and 10, and that's that counter, and it works again. And might be enough for a 1st down. That counter has been there. And down on the ground, whipping his helmet off, is Norman Jensen. He is down and hurt. He got hit in the chin, it looks like. So he, I think, is spitting some blood. That's why he took his helmet off, and that's why he's not getting penalized for it.
1st and 10 Saints.
So that was enough for a 1st down on that counter play. It's a good play for him. Grantsburg has snuffed out the outside stuff, but the inside run has been there for the Saints. 10:36, lots of time remaining, just a 1-score game. Grantsburg has not been able to do much on offense. And into the backfield, and that is going nowhere as Gavin Rosso, Dane Lozier, and I think Trenton Johnson were all blowing that play up. So that play worked great early. Grantsburg has adjusted to that, and they've blown it up a lot here lately. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down loss for St. Croix Falls. 3 subs in for the Saints. 9:55 left to go. This is another counter. That time Grantsburg up to the task. Bubba in on the tackle, and so was Rosso again, and another flag. What's the flag for? I think they might get...
Carries the ball.
It was after the play was done. I didn't see what the flag might be for. They're pointing at St. Croix, and it's either against them or they're going to talk. Unsportsmanlike. St. Croix, they're 2nd unsportsmanlike, and they're killing themselves with this. Be disciplined, boys. Only 2 starters have come back for the Saints, and maybe some frustration on their part, and they're talking to Metter right now. I think maybe he spiked the ball. I don't know. Did you see it? He did what? Oh, he pushed the guy in the face after the play? After the play. All right.
3rd down 26.
Third and 26, so that play counts. So it's 3rd down instead of 2nd because it was after the play was over. 3rd and 26. See if they go deep or if they play it safe. This is a tough situation for them. They are going to just kind of throw something over the middle. It's dropped. Nearly picked, it looked like, but then dropped. It ended up getting through and got to Peyton Steffen, but he couldn't hang on to a lot of commotion in front of him, and now it's 4th and 26. So St. Croix has been faced with a 4th and 33 and now a 4th and 26 in about the same spot. They'll be punting from this a little bit deeper in their own territory from the 15-yard line. No chicanery here, I'm sure. Except Grantsburg late to get a guy off. And here's the snap. The punt is almost blocked. It's straight up in the air, though. Grantsburg needs to get out of the way. It bounces out of bounds. Wow, they went way down I see what he's doing. So if you saw the official, he ran way down past where the ball went out of bounds. The Grantsburg sideline kind of went crazy, but he was just putting his hand up. And what they do, the side judge here puts his hand up, and he's watching the official, and he's going to walk down the sideline and stop where the other official tells him the ball went out of bounds. He didn't have a good angle at it. The other official did. And what he said was the ball went out of bounds at the 34-yard line, and that's where Grantsburg will take over. See if they can make hay here. They've been stymied, although they've had a couple of opportunities lately. Two men split left, two to the right. Brock Matheny, the sophomore quarterback, barks out the signals, and they're going to check the bench. They switch Dane Lozier from the right to the left. He's the lone running back. Snap, Lozier gets it. Right side, he is taken down by Bachman. Small gain on the play, maybe even a loss. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. Nine, 10 left to go in the fourth quarter. I formation. It's Rosso and Berkman in the backfield, under center. And it's going to be a play action. Being chased, throwing out of it. And there's Marcus, and he dropped it. A little bit behind him, but catchable ball for Marcus, and that is another first down not gotten. Good coverage on the play by St. Croix. It was Gaffey again, I think. Peyton Steffen on the coverage, and it brings up third down. So Marcus has done a good job getting open. Just hasn't brought that ball in. 3rd and 10 at the 33. The Pirates have the offense to do it. They've just had some trouble, and they've got Zach one-on-one on the top of your screen. Matheny, and he will hand it off on a little bit of a delay. Ball is loose. Grantsburg recovers the ball at the 31-yard line. Gavin Rosso picks it up, ends up being a gain of about 4. Maybe 3. We'll see where they spot the ball. It'll be 4th and 7. And we'll see if they go for it, if they try to coffin corner this one from Trenton, or if they fake it. Trenton's going in, but he's at quarterback depth here. A fumble recovered by the Pirates. Trenton checking. Looks like man-to-man for the Saints. Sends a man in motion. It's Brown. Fake to him. Trenton rolling left, spinning back, looking, setting up, trouble. He's in trouble. He throws it down the field, and that is going to be incomplete. And that's better for St. Croix Falls to have dropped that one. Trenton got himself in a little bit of trouble. He was under pressure right away and could not get anything on that throw down the field. Smart of him to try something, I suppose. You would hate to see a run back on something like that, but again, this is a battle of defenses. Grantsburg scored out of the gate in the second half. Nobody's really been able to move the ball. Grantsburg has had a couple of passes dropped, and that's been a big difference here. They've had yards left out on the field, and that's playing with fire with this St. Croix team. Is a good team, and they've weathered this storm so far. See if they can do anything here from the 31-yard line. Everybody bunched in tight. Adams under center. He will fake, looking right, throwing right. He's got a guy open. He does not drop it. Down the right side and knocked down or out of bounds. A gain of 14, and it's a first down for St. Croix Falls. Nobody even close on that little route into the flat. Adams connects.
Tackle by Berkman and Michael.
Was that Folkstead on the catch? So we'll see if they do more of that. That was an open receiver there, wide open. They've had a couple of those. Again, everybody, that ball is fumbled up for grabs. Now he picks it up. It's Metter. Metter out of the Wildcat. He's going to have some room, and he jumps forward for a first down. That went from disaster to delightful for St. Croix Falls, and they've got another first down. Things bouncing their way now. Look out when that starts happening. 1st and 10, St. Croix Falls. That was Metter out of the shotgun, out of the Wildcat. St. Croix has Grantsburg on their heels on this drive. Everybody bunched in again. This is a pitch to the right. Metter trying for some more room. Grantsburg has figured that one out. I think they thought they might catch Grantsburg trying to do too much there, but everybody sound on their assignments. A gain of a yard. 2nd and 9.
Down. 7.
Yeah, 2nd and the scoreboard's a little bit. There we go. 2nd and 9 from the 45-yard line. Adams. And that ball is countered, and he had to do everything he could to just hold on to the ball, and he has smothered Trenton and Norman back in the game, and Dane all in on the tackle.
All in on that tackle. 3rd down, 12.
And a loss on the play of 2 brings up 3rd and 11 for St. Croix Falls. Pirates have done a good job stopping the run. Can they stop this one? Is it going to be the counter, which they just ran, or will it be a pass and another timeout? Timeout St. Croix Falls. That is timeout number, that was all 3 of their timeouts. Wow. 3rd and 11 with 7:04 left to go. St. Croix has extinguished all of their timeouts. Down by 7 here, but they've got to get this one right on 3rd and long. Almost, maybe not 4-down territory at this point, just because the defenses have gotten things done, although St. Croix has to be kind of worried about Grantsburg actually connecting on one of these pass plays that just like grenades thrown, but the pin wasn't pulled.
Down 11.
3rd and long. Adams likely passing here. Indeed, it's a play action, rolling right, throwing right, and it is caught. And Brown immediately sticks him. The clock runs as he's tackled inbounds. It'll be 4th and manageable here for the Saints. They can kind of run whatever they want now. 4th and 3 for the Saints. Officially 4th and 2, but a long 2. Ball at the 38-yard line. This? Sorry, bud. Here we go, big play in the game. Toss right. Met gets out of it, scrambles forward, and he's got a 1st down, and Grantsburg again misses the tackle in the backfield. Another scampering run for Metter. Jeez. Keeping the drive alive and maybe even the game alive. Ball at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10, St. Croix. Another missed tackle in the backfield for Grantsburg, but give as much credit to St. Croix as you can, because Metter has just been a horse tonight. So difficult to tackle. 1st and 10, and it's a play action. And Grantsburg calling for a holding, they're gonna get it. And this will be Adams along the sideline. He is tackled in front of his guys, but the back judge, or the umpire did see the holding, and this will back him up very far. The flag landed on the 40. He's going to move it up ahead a little bit, which is the right call. At about the 37-yard line. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from there, which was about 4 or 5 yards in the backfield. So that's going to push him back to about 1st and 15 after about a 5-yard scamper there by Adams. So the Saints have had their troubles with penalties. Oh. Was it not holding? What did I miss? Okay, so from the end of the... Anyway, 1st and 20. So it's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage this time. And it's a counter. And it's there again. Dane Lozier comes up as a linebacker, or as a cornerback, makes the tackle, gain of 6.
Carries the ball.
Steek on the play.
Johnson on the tackle.
That counter play is given nice little chunks of yardage. Not big chunks, little chunks, 6, 7, 8 yards, which are nice for an offense to be able to just run that play anytime they kind of want to. 5:15 and counting left to go. St. Croix Falls doesn't have a kicker. They've gone for 2 every time. 2nd and long, 2nd and 14. And it's going to be another counter, and it's there, and there's room, and he's finally brought down near the first down yardage. They should run that play from here until eternity, and there's a man down for Grantsburg, and he's hurt. And we'll give him some privacy. They called for him called for Renee immediately. It's a linebacker. We'll see who it is. Takes his helmet off. Let's see. Just trying to see who's still out there. It's not Gavin. Is it Dane? Oh, it's Dane. Yeah, he just sat up. Dane on his knees now. It is enough for first down, by the way. That's kind of secondary thought right now. So we'll just, it's going to take a second, it looks like. Dane is up on his knees, just kind of getting his bearings, I think. So we'll just, actually, no, he's going to get to his feet here and come off under his own power, it looks like, as you can hear the cheers. As Coach Hale and Renee escort him to the side. Hopefully the young man's all right. Brady Burton already out with presumed concussion from my vantage point, and looks like Dane's hobbling a little bit, so maybe something else for him. But Grantsburg with a tall task, now losing another starter on defense. First and 10, St. Croix. Ball at the 20-yard line. They got out of a deep hole a couple of times. Back to pass, Adams. Looking right, throwing right, and it is caught. Big stick on the outside by Marcus. I think that was Marcus Michael. Oh, it was Jaden Brown. Jaden Brown with a big tackle. 2nd and 2 after that catch by DeSmith. Watch that counter. I mean, they can watch it all they want, but, well, there it is. And they do stop it, but it's going to be short of a first down by a couple of feet, it looks like. 3rd and short. 4:05 left to go. This might come down to a 2-point conversion.
3rd down 1.
I know what play I'd run if I were them, if they do get a touchdown. That counter will just about take the lead, I would think, if they can get this into the end zone. Grantsburg on offense, lots of missed opportunities, and now St. Croix moving down the field. Metter outside, inside, jumping, leaping, and it's a touchdown for Metter. Aiden Metter. Take another look. And that makes it 21-20. Two-point conversion. Huge play here. Why wouldn't they do the counter? They're not going to. They're going to split everybody out. Still watch for Metter, and they're going to call a timeout. Grantsburg will call a timeout. St. Croix doesn't have any timeouts left. They need to make this two-point conversion. Grantsburg's going to talk about it. I don't think they thought, just like I didn't think they were going to spread out like that. We haven't seen that at all tonight. And they just gives them more lanes to run through. That would be a good run option for the quarterback. Stick it in Metter's belly, read the end or whoever they read, and maybe take it himself. So an exciting finish here. 21-20, Grantsburg holding on to a 1-point lead. St. Croix Falls going for a 2-point conversion. Whew. So we gotta turn down the secondary mic. Some good music, some good tunes played by Pete Johnson. St. Croix, that's their first points of the second half. Grantsburg scored in each of the first 3 quarters. And don't forget, Grantsburg does have a good kicker, a place kicker, and that might come into play here as we get towards the end of this non-conference game. Same formation. Adams in the shotgun, and it's Metter with him. Man in motion, right to left. Here's the snap. It's a draw, and Grantsburg has stood him up. It's still going forward. No, it's short. Grantsburg bows up, and they stop him. 21-20, the score remains. Now, ball control for the Pirates. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. They have a 1-point lead. St. Croix will likely kick an onside here. The hands team will be in for the Pirates. If they recover, it'll be around midfield, maybe about between the 40 and the 50. St. Croix with no timeouts. What's the play clock? 40 seconds? What is it? 25? Thank you to Michael. I've been doing this for, 20 years. Still don't know what the play clock is, but he did, and it's 25 seconds. So you can kind of do the math. I can't. With 3:38 left to go, Grantsburg needs a few first downs. But first, they need to recover this onside kick. Berkman is deep, but he has a 4% chance of touching this ball, I think.
Kelly for the kick.
The hands team is in. And Kelly will kick it away. And it's up the middle. It is caught by Rombach, and Grantsburg has the ball. Nice play by Zach there on the onside kick. Take another look at it. He got a nice bounce there, but Zach was able to track it, catch it, secure it, and get Grantsburg the ball. Big play in the game there. So the Pirates, will they keep it on the ground? It would be my suspicion that they will. As Matheny will come out as the quarterback, getting the play from Coach Hale. Good news is Dane Lozier is in the game. Saw him on that 2-point conversion stop. In the shotgun, which I think is a good idea, they've had some trouble under center. Man in motion, Johnson. He will be the fake guy as Gavin plows his way ahead for a few, and the clock starts. Gavin helped up by an official. And those guys, those big guys up front, Bubba Quimby, Zach Carlson, Brandon Lucas, got Norman Jensen. Who am I missing? I'm missing one of those big boys up there. Who? Okay, anyway, those guys doing a good job, and they're called upon right here. Wide receivers don't matter. It's that front 5 as they wait. And it'll be a handoff. Trenton Johnson, another decent gain. 3rd and 3. It'll be under 2 minutes and 20 seconds when this one is snapped. Grantsburg incidentally has 2 timeouts remaining. They get to the line of scrimmage. They still have more than 10 seconds to go. 2:18 and ticking. Now they have 10 seconds. So this will be at about 2:10 they'll snap the ball. Man in motion, Brown. Fake to him. And Trenton's bouncing it out, needs a block. He's got room! Oh, there he goes! Trenton Johnson, touchdown Pirates! Now, the question is always, do you want to score there, or do you want to stop at the 1 and kneel on the ball for a 1-point win, or do you like the 27-20 lead? And with an extra point, it'd be an 8-point game for the Pirates. 2 minutes exactly left to go.
Apologize to these people about this.
Yeah, the camera has a mind of its own. It keeps zooming out whenever Nick leaves. Snap spot, kick is up, it's blocked, and it's a 7-point game. A terrible time to have the kick blocked. Great job by St. Croix. They still have breath with 2 minutes left, no timeouts. Clock stops on balls incomplete, out of bounds, or first downs. Absolutely tough situation there as Grantsburg has the ball blocked. Alex had been perfect for extra points this year. Now a touchdown and 2-point conversion wins it, and this is high school football, people. So stay on the edge of your seats because this is going to be an exciting finish. Adams is going to have to put the ball in the air. That's going to give opportunities to the secondary, which has proved good for Grantsburg in the past. Can Grantsburg get pressure? They are going to be forced to pass, I think. See if Grantsburg can come up here in the second game of the year. Grantsburg has hopes of going a long distance in the playoffs. They've got games coming up against unknown opponents, really. Aconta Falls, Adams Friendship, and that one over in Michigan. All 3 long road trips, none more than the 5 hours over to the Michigan team. This will be the last home game until week 6. They'd love to get one here and keep this 7-point lead. 2 minutes left to go. Who is going to come up big for the Pirates? Boy, oh boy, they've scored a touchdown in each quarter and 3 for 4 on extra points. That's a big extra point. Here comes McCormick. He's ready to kick it away. Is he going to go deep or is he going to try to pooch it? And he will pooch it a little bit. Nice looking kick. And it's caught on the run at the 20. And sidestepping and getting out of bounds at the 30. It'll be 1st and 10 with 70 yards to go for the Saints with 1:57 left to go. St. Croix 0-1, Grantsburg 1-0. The Saints coming off a 4-point loss to Unity. Grantsburg coming off a 14-point win over Amory. Gavin Rosso trying to get the purple faithful into it. And the sidelines will be loud here. 1:57 left to go. St. Croix with no timeouts and 70 yards. They're 1 for 3 for 2-point conversions. Adams takes the snap, dropping back, looking right, throwing right. That ball is caught! Another tipped pass caught. It looked like he tipped it to himself, to Smith. He stays in bounds, so the clock will start on the whistle as the chains are set. They're giving St. Croix a little bit of time. The clock goes now. I'm not saying they're giving them time. It's just they're doing the best they can to set the chain. St. Croix gets into the huddle. Time's ticking, 1:39 and counting. Big completion there on first down. Ball's at the 45-yard line. St. Croix hurries to the line of scrimmage. They're not used to this kind of offense. Adams calls for a motion man. It goes trips right. Looking left. Ball is nearly intercepted. Wow, Trenton almost snagged that after blocking it. Look how close he was to actually intercepting this ball. Whew. 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion, 1:24 to go. And the stands are rumbling as the kids start stomping on the bleachers. 2nd and 10. Now the clock stops, but the play clock does not. Looks like they're going to be okay. Twins right, twins left. Man in motion again. Adams snaps the ball, looking left, throwing left. It's over his head and nearly intercepted. Dane Rozier. It's over the head of DeSmith. Incompletion brings up 3rd and 10. 1:21 left to go. See if they try to go down the field here. St. Croix Falls. (27-20). What a game. It was 14-7 St. Croix until a kind of a Hail Mary At the end of the half, Zach Rombach jumps up and caught it in the midst of 6 guys. Grantsburg scored on their opening drive of the second half and then scored on their last possession but missed the extra point. St. Croix scored on their last possession, and that is a penalty. They took too long again. That's the 3rd delay of game on St. Croix Falls. It's going to be 3rd and 15. Norman and Zach and Gavin and Marcus telling the crowd to get fired up because it's 3rd and 15. The game hinges here on the next 2 plays. Grantsburg has been very close to picking a couple off. And Adams will have to go to the air here with 1:21 left to go. Safety's deep for the Pirates. Grantsburg giving cushion, and still a mess up on the formation. Still maybe another penalty. No, back to pass. Immediately pressured. And more pressure. Throw it up. And incomplete. Smacked as he threw it. And it's 4th and 15. And down on the ground stays Adams. Get up, bud. Come on, bud. Come on, guy. Be okay, kid. They're trying to help him up. He's down. Oh, shoot. Come on, guy. Be all right. So they are going to have to stop play and take out their quarterback. I think he's cramping. Oh, no. And St. Croix has no timeouts. So that means that Adams will, it is Adams, I think, on the ground just with a cramp. They tried to get him up so he could get into the huddle. But on 4th and 15, 1:15 left to go, he goes down. And last week's quarterback, Dylan Jones, is that who it is? We'll see. Adams has to come out for 1 play. Oh, that is just tough, and it is just a craft camp, which is good, which is great, but tough situation here for St. Croix. A guy hasn't warmed up. What an opportunity for him, though. And it is Adams in the shotgun. Tough situation, 4th and 15. Snap is over his head. He tracks it down. He's got a chance. Throws it deep down the right side, and it is knocked away. Oh, my heavens. Jaden Brown knocks the ball away. Oh, that was setting up to be something spectacular. Adams did everything he could. Take another look. Oh, missed the first part of it. But Jaden Brown, who missed that kind of a play against Amory that went almost the distance, found his spot, found the right range, knocked the ball down, and for all intents and purposes, ended the game as Grantsburg will get to go in victory formation here to finish this one out. What an exciting game this one was. My goodness. What a play by Adams. Had to track down a high snap, gathered it, found a little space, a little notch, chucked it up, didn't get everything on it that he wanted, and Grantsburg will kneel down. They'll have to do it a couple times here. But a good center quarterback exchange, and that's all it'll take.
The Grantsburg JV team travels to North Branch. 4:30 start.
Wow, what a game, and that'll give me a chance. I haven't been using these very much. I took all the time to get them going. Let's pop Jaden up there. Give him some love. 36 seconds left, and the whistle blows as the knee is taken by Brock. 30 seconds left, and they're gonna, I think they have to do one more snap. They set the ball. Do they have to? I think they might have to snap the ball again. They got to snap one more time. They're going to have to call a timeout here. Oh, they don't have to? Oh, they didn't set the ball. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so that is one of the more exciting games we'll have this year. Wow, the Grantsburg Pirates pull one off here, 27-20 in a barn burner here from Grantsburg. Wow. Nick, do you have the stats all ready? Because this will be worth going over. There were some big games. Aiden Metter just had a field day in the first 2 quarters. Grantsburg came up well late. Let's see, the 12, 24, 31 carries, 200 yards. on 31 carries, but in the second half, it was tough sledding for Metter. Boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carries in a row. 5 out of 6 carries in a row netted 0 yards, and then 2 yards for that 6th carry. So Grantsburg really figured things out against that toss sweep. Steek had 12 yards on 3 carries. Adams had -1 yard on 5 carries. Steffen, 4 yards on 2 carries. Passing, Adams was, I think we missed a couple passes here, so we won't go into that one. Looking at Grantsburg, Trenton rushing had 7 carries for 91 yards. Gavin Rosso, 13 carries for 75 yards. That's quite a two-headed monster for the Pirates. Berkman also chipped in 6 carries, 13 yards, and Lozier and Jaden each had 1 carry for no yards. Passing, Caden Matheny started off tough and got very accurate down the stretch. A couple dropped balls, and he did throw an interception, but he was, let's see, how many completions? 1. Oh, he missed a couple. Okay, we don't have exact numbers. I think Matheny had over 100 yards passing. He had a couple one touchdown that one. That, let's see, how long was that bomb? Was it that was a 66-yarder? No. Well, Matheny, was it the 34-yarder? Was that at halftime that Zach caught? I think it was. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, 25-yarder. That's what it was. Okay, I'm reading it wrong. Anyway, so Matheny had about 16 passes. Trenton had 4 passes and 2 touchdown passes himself. Receiving-wise, Zach had 2 catches for 32 yards and that big touchdown catch as time expired in the first half that I think I strained or sprained abs. I don't know what I did. I could just have a hernia. I don't know. It hurts still. Gavin Rosso, 1 catch for 26 yards. Berkman, 1 catch, 36 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Michael, 2 catches for 27 yards and a couple of bad dreams coming for him because he dropped a couple, and I know he will get those as the season goes on. He's a great athlete, just had a couple in and out. Trenton had 1 catch for 7 yards. That's a little bit strange, too. He usually has more catches than that. Lozier, 1 catch for 4 yards. And Jaden Brown, 1 catch for 10 yards and a touchdown, and that nice play at the end to break up the 4th and 15. So that is going to about do it as we got a wind tunnel in here now. That will just about do it as we watch a victorious Grantsburg huddle. St. Croix Falls, 2 hard-fought, close losses here to start the season. They lost to Unity by 4, now Grantsburg by 7. Grantsburg 2 wins to start the season, and they travel to Chippewa Falls next week. It's actually a Thursday game, and they'll be taking on Oconto Falls. I don't even know where that is, but it's not close by. And so we're going to meet at a neutral site at a great stadium, Chippewa Falls, and we're looking forward to that. So we'll keep it here until they break this huddle. See the kind of cheering they do. Here they go. And they break the huddle, and all the freshmen go pick up the pylons. They got to stand on the sidelines today, and they got to see one heck of a game, a gutsy game for both teams. And boy, I feel very bad for Adams, who had to come out on that 4th down play. Not sure what would have changed, if anything, but you'd love to have your starting quarterback in there for that play. And the backup did a nice job just making something happen there. But one heck of a game. Some amazing plays throughout the game, and that is going to do it. Grantsburg, again, goes to 2-0 on the season. St. Croix Falls falls to 0-2. The Pirates on the road next week for the next 3 weeks, and lots of miles will be put on the old buses as we head towards week 3. So I think that is going to about do it. Again, Military Appreciation Night here tonight in Grantsburg. Thank you to all of our veterans, all of our active duty, all of our National Guard. Thank you so much for what you do and what you mean to this country from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. From Nick Rombach and me, Bob Rombach, saying thank you for watching high school football here on We Are SCF and We Are Grantsburg, both part of the We Are Network. Have a great night, everybody. See you at the fair.